And tonight we have a very special featured guest, Miss Hope Peak, to tell you just some amazing things that she is working with. Welcome, Hope.
Hi.
We're so excited to have you,
Well,
darling.
thank you for having me here. Appreciate the opportunity.
I feel so honored to have you because you are one of the most sought after in the acupuncture world for something that you are famous for, and that is, tell our audience about that.
Well, I don't know if I'm famous exactly, but
36 in 4 countries, that's pretty famous.
oh, well, yeah, one of a group of acupuncturists that specialize more so in fertility medicine. So it's a part of a program that I'm associated with where we keep up with Chinese medicine and how we can raise our standards with integrating that with Western medicine as well to help couples with fertility issues.
I love that.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty special to me. So I feel honored that you're here to share
well,
this with our
thank
guests
you.
tonight. And one of the things that amazed me about you is how you are working with couples. Couples that feel that perhaps, you know, that their hopes are very limited in having children. And I love that you pair your treatment with the treatment that they seek from their physician. So it's a partnership. You know, you're saying, don't just try, you know, what I'm doing for you, but partner them together. So let's walk through how that would work.
Sure. Well, oftentimes couples or individuals come to see me and they've already been through, you know, seeing their OBGYN, moving on to a reproductive endocrinologist, and they've already gone through a number of procedures, you know, assisted reproductive technology like IUIs or IVF, in vitro fertilization. And so, you know, sometimes they're coming to me for helping to get their body into balance to help prepare them for their next cycle, or perhaps if they haven't had success with some Western medicine and looking at just balancing the body to help them enhance their natural or inherent fertility. And sometimes people have come to see me because they've been trying for a while to conceive and have had difficulties. And so one of my jobs is to, you know, not only evaluate them from a Chinese medicine point of view, but also look for any red flags that might indicate to me that I really should recommend that they go on to see either an OBGYN or a reproductive endocrinologist so they can have the proper testing done. Because Chinese medicine can help with so many different issues that come up around fertility. There can be many, you know, difficulties along the process of conceiving, you know, some are better helped by Chinese medicine, and some, you know, may take a lengthy process. So I think it's best to be evaluated both by a Western physician and look at how Chinese medicine can help their success rates.
Right, and a lot of it is about, I noticed in the material that you sent me, was relaxation. Sometimes we get so caught up in trying to make a baby or trying to get pregnant that you're so wrapped up you don't relax, and you're so driven that okay, this is the point that I need to do it, I've got 24 hours to fertilize the egg.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of stress that goes along with that, and particularly if it's like month after month not having success, then that hope starts turning into kind of fear and fright and despair. And so definitely, you know, we do look at how a relaxation response in the body can influence fertility, because if we're in that fight or flight mode, that real constricted stress response in the body, it slows down the way blood flows in the peripheral arteries and capillaries, and so it slows down the way that blood flows in our reproductive organs. So one thing that acupuncture is so beautiful and has been, you know, clinically shown to do is that it can help with increasing that blood flow, get the blood flow to the ovaries so that nice, you know, healthy follicles can grow, and that, you know, the endometrial lining could be nice and plush and really receptive, as well just with helping the body kind of get into a more relaxed state. You know, it can help balance out hormones that are so important for reproduction, and I would say overall, you know, it is such a stressful process in going through, you know, whether it's trying to conceive naturally or IVF. So one nice thing is that it just can help, you know, offer some support to that person through that process.
So let's walk our audience through, if I came to you, Hope, and I love your name, Hope, because it does give hope to those people that are striving to be fertile. If I came to you, tell me, and I'm in my mid-30s, and I've tried for 7 years to conceive and was not successful, and I'd gone to see my doctor, but I'd heard about you. Tell me exactly what procedures you would put me through. I know it's different for the different levels.
Right. It'd be different for each different person, but basically if you came in, we would talk over your fertility health, really look at, any Western medicine that you have had done, surgeries that you've had done, looking at the menstrual cycle, making sure that it's nice and regular, that you're ovulating regularly. We just want to check on all those things about your fertility health, but we'd also look at your overall health. How are you sleeping? What's your diet like? What's your lifestyle like as far as work stressors, life stressors, dietary information, all of these different things, looking at the person as a whole. So the idea is so that we can balance out that person's health overall, so that that's positively impacting their fertility. So we look at all these different factors and integrate it into a program with, including acupuncture. Typically, that's why people are first coming to see me. They're familiar with acupuncture. But we also do Chinese herbal medicine. And I think that's one beautiful thing that Chinese medicine does have to offer is herbal medicines or formulas. They're really individualized and tailored for that person so that we can really help support their fertility overall. And then, giving dietary information. And we even talk about Qigong breathing exercises to, help just get good circulation and bring good energy down to the reproductive area. So a number of things like that.
So you're you are the only one in our area that specializes in this.
I would say there are other acupuncturists in the area that do treat fertility as well. I mean, I do think it's important that people do look into if someone's had extended training in infertility medicine.
You're so modest, Hope. We love you. Just take the compliment. We had your partner on several weeks ago, Todd, and he deals with acupuncture. Do you only deal with the fertility end, or do you open it up to other areas?
Yeah, I would say that probably about 90% of the people that I see are there for fertility treatments. But I also kind of extend it to other women's health issues as well. And then some people like to see a woman rather than a male practitioner. So I open my doors for that as well.
Because I would think fertility is very important, but women going through menopause.
Correct.
Oftentimes, I would think if it helps with the fertility, it would also help transition the menopause phase. Is that correct?
Right, that is correct. I mean, and that's how I got into fertility initially, is just working with women and really trying to just help them find that balance with their menstrual cycles, not have to be in pain, not be suffering, but also kind of in helping their body naturally make that transition into menopause. So helping with the hot flashes and all of that.
For our viewers out there that are dealing with the pressure of trying to conceive and it not happening for them, can you give them a few words of advice, things that you have found that have helped get to the path of, maybe perhaps coming to see you or a specialist, or, rather than just giving up? Can you give them a few words of wisdom?
Yeah. I mean, I would say that, oftentimes as they go through that process of trying to conceive, it is such a stressful time. And then sometimes that's coupled with information such as, blood levels or hormone levels that, seem kind of set in stone. But I think that, there is so much inherent fertility in everyone that basically if we're able to, come to a balance point in our life, then there is so much hope as far as, just being in balance and that helping our fertility.
There is an opportunity out there, and there is always a day that it may happen. And like you said, it's just with perhaps it's not your moment and not your time, but you need to take all the steps necessary to help it along the way, like the acupuncture and the different methods that perhaps that go along with that.
Right.
So when there's a breathing moment, there's a chance that perhaps that can happen for that person. Right.
Yeah, and one other little bit of advice I thought of is, so often we think about what can I add on, what can I do, what do I need to do to have this happen for me to conceive, to me become pregnant. But sometimes it's not about what can I add in, but what can I let go of, because oftentimes with our culture we're just so stressed, with work life, just staying busy, and sometimes it's like, how can I seek more balance in my life? That's overall with the goal of not only fertility medicine, I think, which but Chinese medicine as a whole. It's like, how can I be in a balanced and healthier place? So,
and I love that, just as a life tool. A life lesson. It's about balance in life. The people that are successful are the people that seem to find that balance.
Right.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for being with us tonight. You're doing amazing things and changing people's lives, and we appreciate you for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit our home, our viewers tonight, and share a little bit of your wealth with them.
Well, thank you. I love what I do, so thank you for giving me the opportunity to share with you.